Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Today's lesson in the Course in Miracles is lesson 195. Love is the way I walk in gratitude. Gratitude is a lesson hard to learn for those who look upon the world amiss. The most that they can do is see themselves as better off than others. And they try to be content because another seems to suffer more than they. How pitiful and deprecating are such thoughts. For who has cause for thanks while others have less cause? Your gratitude is due to him alone who made all cause of sorrow disappear throughout the world. It is insane to offer thanks because of suffering, but it is equally insane to fail in gratitude to one who offers you the certain means whereby all pain is healed and suffering replaced with laughter and with happiness. Nor could even the partly sane refuse to take the steps which he directs and follow in the way he sets before them to escape a prison that they thought contained no door to the deliverance they now perceive. Your brother is your enemy because you see him the rival for your peace, a plunderer who takes his joy from you and leaves you nothing but a black despair so bitter and relentless that there is no hope of remaining. Now is the vengeance all there is to wish for. Now you can but try to bring him down to lie in death with you, as useless as yourself, as little left within his grasping fingers as in yours. You do not offer God your gratitude because your brother is more slave than you, nor could you sanely be enraged if he seems freer. Love makes no comparisons, and gratitude can only be sincere if it be joined to love. We offer thanks to God our Father that in us all things will find their freedom. It will never be that some are loosed while others are still bound. For who can bargain in the name of love? Therefore, give thanks, but in sincerity, and let your gratitude make room for all who will escape with you, the sick, the weak, the needy and afraid, and those who mourn a seeming loss or feel apparent pain, who suffer cold or hunger, or who walk the way of hatred and the path of death. All these go with you. Let us not compare ourselves with them, for thus we split them off from our awareness of the unity we share with them, as they must share with us. We thank our Father for one thing alone, that we are separate from no living thing, and therefore one with him. And we rejoice that no exceptions ever can be made which would reduce our wholeness, nor impair or change our function to complete the one who is himself completion. We give thanks for every living thing, for otherwise we offer thanks for nothing, and we fail to recognize the gifts of God to us. Then let our brothers lean their tired heads against our shoulders as they rest a while. We offer thanks for them, for we can direct them to the peace that we would find, the ways opening at last to us. An ancient door is swinging free again. A long forgotten word re-echoes in our memory and gathers clarity as we are willing once again to hear. Walk then in gratitude to the way of love, for hatred is forgotten when we lay comparisons aside. What more remains as obstacles to peace? The fear of God is now undone at last, and we forgive without comparing. Thus, we cannot choose to overlook some things and yet retain some things still locked away as sins. When your forgiveness is complete, you will have total gratitude, for you will see that everything has earned the right to love by being loving, even as yourself. Today we learn to think of gratitude in place of anger, malice, and revenge. We have been given everything. If we refuse to recognize it, we are not entitled, therefore, to our bitterness and to a self-perception which regards us in a place of merciless pursuit, where we are badgered ceaselessly and pushed about without a thought or care for us or for our future. Gratitude becomes the single thought we substitute for those insane perceptions. God has cared for us and calls us son. Can there be more than this? Our gratitude will pave the way to him and shorten our learning time by more than you could ever dream of. Gratitude goes hand in hand with love, and where one is, the other must be found. For gratitude is but an aspect of the love which is the source of all creation. God give thanks to you, his son, for being what you are, his own completion, and the source of love along with him. Your gratitude to him is one with his to you, for love can walk no road except the way of gratitude, and thus we go who walk the way to God. And that is the end of lesson 195. Love is the way I walk in gratitude. When we begin to feel gratitude, when we begin to feel love, gratitude follows. When we feel gratitude, love is always there. The two are inseparable. And we may not always be able to express that, but it's important for us to begin to recognize it. When we can perceive that no one is apart from us, when we can perceive that we are not better or worse or more or less than anyone, and we can see ourselves in that space of love, gratitude naturally follows. And so allow yourself today to just realize the places where your insane thinking lies and look for the love in all of it. Look where you can choose love so that you can find that gratitude. I'm just going to move on to Tina Spalding's channelings. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. You have so much to be grateful for. You are here, residing in this temporary vehicle, giving yourself the opportunity to find love. What a thing to be grateful for. You have been given the means to transform your mind from suffering to peace. What a wonderful thing to be grateful for. You are given many encounters with your brothers and sisters as opportunities to forgive. What a wonderful thing to be grateful for. Your body seems to function and get you moving around the world in which you have this purpose. What a wonderful thing to be grateful for. You have so much to be grateful for, yet your mind can find that one thing it does not have, or that one trespass somebody has committed against you, and the multiplicity of things for which you could be grateful for disappears in the darkness of judgment and in the belief of sin. When you judge, believe in sin, focus on that one person in the whole world that has done something wrong that you decide should not ever have been allowed, you give up the entire world. You give up the peace that is your natural right. It is a choice. You do it through free will. You do not realize because nobody has taught you the consequences of judgment. Here we teach you the true consequences of judgment. To judge another, you lose everything. Let me repeat that. To judge another, you lose everything. Your peace and the appreciation of every single thing around you. You know when you have a resentment running around in your mind, hatred, or chip on your shoulder, everything disappears except that low frequency thought, that belief you have that you keep going back to. So forgive. Walk in gratitude and know that you will be rewarded with love, a connection to love, a desire to love, and know you are a loving being. When you use your free will to judge, you unplug yourself from the source of all love, and you feel terrible. You mistakenly blame others for their behavior, which makes you feel bad. Truthfully, it is your judgment that makes you feel bad, and that is a choice. You do not have to do it. When you choose gratitude, you realize just how insignificant those minor trespasses are. They don't compare to peace, love, and the ability to have happiness. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you again tomorrow. When you judge, you lose everything. When you hold a grudge, and if you think about this, in just very common terms. Oftentimes, when we are holding a grudge against someone or we are blaming someone for a betrayal or an abandonment or whatever it happens to be, we lose contact with that person or we choose not to interact with that person for a period of time. And so, who are we really hurting? Are we doing anything to that person? We're not. When we are holding a judgment, when we are holding a grudge, we are only harming ourselves because we are preventing ourselves from being able to feel the love and the joy and the peace that is inherently who we are. And so, if you can recognize those moments when you start at the top of that rabbit hole of judgment, they did this to me and they were mean, and then I felt terrible, and then they did this, and then there was this other time, and then there was this other time. Or we could say, this happened and I felt badly, and I choose not to have that experience anymore. I choose not to hold on to that because it's not doing anything to help me. There are some things that we can do to sort of mend those situations, and sometimes there's nothing we can do but accept where we are and choose to live in peace from this moment on. Be grateful for your life. Be grateful for everything and everyone that comes to you. Look at the abundance that surrounds you in every single moment. You have air to breathe, you have water to drink, you have lights that you can turn on so you can see things more clearly. And you get up and you put your feet on the floor every morning. Be grateful. This is a wonderful place to be to learn to love more effectively. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Oh.